Yo. Is today day 42? I think it's day 42. And to celebrate day 42, we are crossing over Interstate 77. So far we crossed, let's see, Interstate 40, so it was Interstate 40 right before Standing Bear. There goes FedEx. Interstate 26. Right outside of Hot Springs, before that big climb up to Big Bald. Interstate 81 back at Atkins just a couple days ago, which 81 heads north-south, north, I should say. It heads towards the northeast, and then 77 heads towards the northwest, so it heads into West Virginia. Bluefield, West Virginia is only, I want to say it's 10 miles from us to the west, so this is the closest we're going to get to West Virginia on this trip until we actually get into Harper's Ferry. Right now the trail is starting to turn back to towards the northeast to Roanoke. But yeah, crossing interstates is interesting. I know when we get up to, as we start getting up north, we're going to cross more interstates. If you're watching and you're from out of this country, the interstate system was actually completed. It was started after World War II by Dwight Eisenhower, who observed something similar in Europe, actually in Germany, I guess with their Autobahn system. And part of the interstate system has to do with national defense, so that things could get moved quickly through our country. But the crazy thing is that I believe the initial design of the interstate system was just finished within the last year. So, and I believe it was the north end of 95, which is crazy because that's like probably the main interstate in the United States. Gets the most travel. It's the fastest, widest. Runs from Florida to Maine. It takes forever to. I mean, that's a great. If you're from out of this country and you want to go on a crazy drive Interstate 95. And then if you want to do something even crazier, maybe knock down 70. Although I think there are better routes east to west, especially if you come down here and take 64 through West Virginia. So if you took 70 to 81, over here to 77, 64, and then take that out and skip that up to Interstate 70. There's this whole part of Interstate 70 that goes through like Pennsylvania. It goes through the Pennsylvania Turnpike, and then it goes through Ohio, which sucks too. The reason why it sucks is because you have to pay all these damn tolls. So if you actually come down here, it only takes like an hour longer. I think last time I did that trip from like the DC area down through West Virginia, and I went around that whole Interstate 70 mess, all those toll roads through Indiana and all that. It's stupid is what it is. I think it ended up taking the same amount of time. You do tack on another 150 miles, but you know, if you're driving like an economy car, you're winning. Because 150 miles is 5 gallons of gas, and yeah, it seems like you go farther and it takes longer, but it really doesn't. So anyway, yeah, here's to the interstate system. All right, big day today. We started out at Brushy. Here, let's see where. Oh yeah, look at this, a road walk. We started out at Brushy Mountain Grocery or Outfitter right there off the trail. Those people are fantastic. I'm sure they're not watching this, but man, thanks again. Just enjoyed breakfast, coffee, supper last night was awesome, and then we stayed there, watched the sunset. For being so close to roads where it's really loud, it was just a really nice spot to hold up for the evening. And then today we're hiking 18.7 or so to the Trent. I believe it's called the Trent grocery store, and they have, that particular grocery actually has laundry and showers, and that's why we're going there. It's getting already, we're ready for some laundry, and I'm definitely ready for a shower. I feel like somebody sprayed me down with cooking spray and then said, all right, go out and hike 20 miles. And that was yesterday. So today I'm feeling even greasier. I tried to wash off a little bit and give myself the old wet wipe, because I do carry wet wipes. But I don't know, those things don't really do anything. I mean, I don't know if they just like wipe like good smell on you. It doesn't seem like they ever pick any grease up. It's kind of a sham. And I don't use I can't stand the smell of baby wipes, and I don't think baby wipes do anything except leave like a sugary residue on your skin. So anyway, hopefully today will be quick miles. We've been seeing a lot of faster miles lately. Virginia has been tough. I know I started out in Virginia and I was like, oh, this is going to be easy. I don't know if I actually said that, but that's what I was hoping for. I think everybody hopes for that. Virginia, you can't beat these flat sections. I mean, there's not a lot of them, but the flats can be 2 miles long, 3 miles long. And when they're that long, I mean, you're just like, the natural gait that you have going through that is like 2.5 to almost 3 miles per hour for Nibbles and myself, which for us, that's really fast. Some of these guys travel at 3 miles per hour up mountains and downhill and all that stuff. So, but yeah, even some of the uphills, like yesterday, we got here at about right around 2.25 miles per hour, maybe a little bit fast, 2 1/3, which is pretty stinking fast. For us, I mean, I think we did all of North Carolina at like 1.8. And when you stretch that out over, stretch it out over 500 miles. We've already been in, today we're crossing mile 600. That'll be in another 4 hours at this rate. You gotta look at this. Look at this campground right here. There's a little stream running down there. I mean, yeah, I'm doing a road walk right now. This road walk's not very long. It's 0.8 of a mile. Actually, here's where it ends, right here. So, good times. I believe this might even go down through Bland. Do us a favor and don't put your deer carcasses in the blue barrel. It's maintained by a 78-year-old lady, and it doesn't say the age on that gentleman residence. All right, back on trail. We'll catch up later on today. It's just been a beautiful climb. Really, I don't know if the day was really that easy, but it felt really easy. And I'm going to just tell you why it was easy for me. This is going to sound really funny, but over easy eggs, probably raw eggs too. I notice whenever I have over easy eggs and then I go hiking, man, I can just perform like I don't even notice anything. Something in that egg yolk. So I had 3 of those this morning. Look, there's Nibbles. Stopping for a photo. She's on her hey. She's listening to music as well. We got Airborne behind us today. We're staying at a place tonight called Trent Grocery Store. We're just going to camp there, but they've got showers and laundry. And I am very excited because we're trying to come up with a sleep system right now that doesn't make us so sweaty. I'd complained a few days ago that my the liner of my sleeping bag and the inside of my sleeping bag, just when it touches my skin just sweats really bad. Even if I'm not hot, it's just weird. It like pulls moisture right out of your skin for whatever reason, and it's very uncomfortable. So I'm gonna look at, I wish they made like it'd probably be really heavy, like a 30% cotton, 60% poly sheet. I'm telling you, everyone's gonna say, oh, cotton kills, and cotton just holds moisture. Not when it's only 30% in poly. And you wonder how I know that? Because my shirt is 30% cotton, 33% cotton, 66% poly, and it dries faster than my poly shirts do. And it's cooler, and it stinks less. It's a little bit, it's actually just it can be warmer. But when sun hits your poly shirt, it'll like burn a hole in your skin. That's why I don't like 100% poly. I'm wearing a 100% poly shirt right now. But you know the shirt I'm talking about. It's got that pumpkin pie with it's got like a little turd of whipped cream on top of the pumpkin pie, and the pumpkin pie is running. That's like my favorite shirt. And the reason why it's my favorite shirt is because I used to run in it, and I was always blown away with like how cool it was, temperature wise. Style wise, it's super cool though. And then how quick it dried. And the other thing too is it just doesn't stink like my poly. Man, my poly shirts, people always say they smell like cat piss, and they do. But what you can't beat is when the trail looks like this. This is amazing. I love the greens are coming out. Let's look up in the canopy a little bit. The trees are all green. It's a little bit of a pine needle bed. I mean, this is like perfect conditions. This is what I live for right here. When I say I want to go into the woods and hang out for a while, these are the woods I'm talking about. And listening to all the birds chirping. All these, hear him? All these spring birds come in. Songbirds. I love it. So we're on a big climb. It's not that big. It's the biggest climb of the day. 700 feet over 1.4 miles. Which beats the heck out of yesterday's climbing. Which was, I mean, just look at this forest floor. It's awesome. Yesterday's climb was, man, I think we had no, was that yesterday? It's the day before we had that 2,000 footer. What a bummer that thing was. It's just like, never end. Well, you know, when it goes beyond 2,000 feet, the climbs are just like never ending. We've had some really, really tough 3,000 foot climbs. I think the biggest climb we had was like 35 or 3,600 feet. I don't know where it was. North Carolina, every time you go through a trail town, you're subjected to a 3,000 foot climb on either side of it. Either a descent that's 6 miles long or a climb that's like coming out of the knock. I think the climb's 5.5 miles, like 3,500 feet. I wanted to show this climb though, because this has actually been really pretty. The last couple climbs have been like just hot and the leaves weren't growing. And it's crazy. That was just 2 days ago. It's kind of cool because every couple days you get into a forest like this, and the leaves are growing, and then you'll go around a turn, you'll hit another forest where everything's dead still, or it's not dead, but everything's still dry. Leaves are hardly popping in, and today's May 1. Oh, mileage. We hit mile 600, I think about 5 miles ago. I didn't record it. This is the first time I've hit 100-mile marker, and I didn't say, and I feel like I just hiked 500 miles, or I'd say, oh, I feel like I just hiked 400 miles. Like, today was nice. Today was could have been those eggs. Actually, I'm pretty convinced that it was the eggs. Last time I had scrambled eggs don't work. It's the over easy egg, and if I put a raw egg in ramen, you better watch out, man. I feel like something crazy, man, about that raw egg in ramen. Mark my words, like cook your ramen, and then right before you eat it, splash it. It doesn't have to be super hot. Get your ramen. Your ramen might be like 150 degrees. Go ahead, drop your raw egg in there and eat it fast. Some of the egg cooks, not a lot of it. But when I do that, like, I get up at like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning and feel like tearing down a house. It's crazy. So anyway, we're staying at this place tonight, and apparently they make eggs to order in the morning, so we'll see what this experiment coughs up. Peace.